Welcome to yet another event by Hi TV. And today we are at the Shangri-La for the black tie dinner of the Rotary District 3220. Come with me as we go through the proceedings. I have with me past District Governor Ajit Veerasinghe. How are you feeling today?
Excellent.
So, Rotaract in itself is a vast entity which has its base in philanthropy, right? So what are the interesting projects that you've been part of over the past few years or during your tenure?
Yes, Rotary is the first social organization which has helped immensely the whole community in the world. If you take during my year, which was one of the worst years, COVID time, it was lockdown, curfews, with all of those, the need of the people at that time was the food and the immediate requirement and the vaccination. So we took part in all these. We supported the government in vaccination programs. In many ways we supported and we were running those vaccination centers hand in hand with the health authorities, and distribution of many of the needs, especially the day-to-day their requirement, not only food. All over the island, with the curfew passes, we were able to help the people in need.
I have with me District Governor Nominee Designate for 25-26, Delvin. How are you feeling today?
Oh, it's great because it's always a very special occasion when you have the world president or the leader of an organization visiting your country, and a leader who is basically leading a membership of over 2 million in the world. So it's always a great moment, and so it's a great moment of celebration, I would say.
So the Rotary in itself is built on the service pillars of philanthropy, altruism. So what are the main significant or the most significant projects that you've been part of?
Of course, Rotary, as always, the moment you talk about Rotary, the most significant project is the eradication of polio. That has been the largest single project that has undertaken by Rotary, which is even supported by Bill Gates. There's a Bill Gates Foundation which supports it. So the main goal was to eliminate polio, which is it's a deadly disease which basically cripple people.
Yeah, from across the world.
Exactly. So it has been very successful to the extent that we have very few single cases reported from countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, but otherwise globally that disease has been eliminated, and Sri Lanka has been one of the first countries to be declared polio-free.
I have with me Mohammed Hosni, who is the president of the Rotary Club of Colombo City. How are you feeling?
It's been great. It's been a great evening today.
Can you speak a little bit about your journey from being a Rotaractor to being part of the Rotary?
Sure. So I joined Rotary family in 2010 as a Rotaract president, and it's been almost 12 years. And 4 years ago, I joined Rotary after having a great experience being a Rotaractor. And I find Rotary as a platform for me to continue my service. Being a young professional, there's a lot that we can offer, and Rotary has been a fantastic platform to do what we like to do and serve the community as we want.
So the visit of Jennifer Jones is quite significant to the Rotary. Can you elaborate a little bit about your role in it and the significance of it?
Surely. So basically, as presidents during the 2022-23, that is President Jennifer Jones' year, we have been told about the theme Imagine Rotary, where she encouraged all of us to imagine Rotary in the current context. So it really gave us an opportunity as club presidents to imagine beyond our usual thinking and see how best we can relook at our approaches to address social issues. So it's been a great year where we personally from our club, we work on a leading regenerative futures for all and how young people can contribute in this particular discourse. So it has been a fantastic year, and also Jennifer's that whole vision and the theme has enabled us to do a lot.
With me Ian Idamalgoda, who is the president of Rotary of Colombo Port City.
Hi.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling awesome here, to be honest.
So just elaborate a little bit about this black tie night that you are having and also the visit by Jennifer Jones.
So this is kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where you'll get a president of the Rotary International visits to your country. So I'm really privileged to be here. And the fellowship so far has been amazing. So this is not just about just charity, but it's about having the fellowship as well. So it's an awesome night, yeah.
So, I mean, being a part of Rotary is amazing. It's full of altruism, it's full of philanthropy. So what are the main projects that you have chaired or been a part of?
Yeah, so this is my 8th year in Rotary. And even last month we did a project in Dehatakandya, which is costing somewhere around 2 million. We actually helped, the impact of the project was we helped 900 students, which were 300 into 3 sets. We gave them nutrition packs, we gave them stationery, and we are actually trying to build an IT center there where we'll have a continuous education for the kids as well. So that's super big.
Okay, sounds great. Keep doing the great work that you do, and I hope you have a really great night tonight.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a super bright night. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. I have with me District Youth Service Chairman G.S. Sylvester. How are you feeling today?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
So kudos on the great work that the Rotary's been doing over the past decades or even more to empower the youth, the philanthropic responsibilities that you all take very seriously. Is there a specific project that you would like to highlight in your tenure?
Right. Now, Rotary is the main body, right? Under Rotary, we have got two youth arms. One is the Interact movement, other one is the Rotaract movement. The Interact movement is basically school-based people who join the movement within the age group of 12 to 18. I am mainly involved in this year in developing the Interact movement in Sri Lanka. So, where they do lots of projects in terms of youth development, empowering, social projects, leadership training programs. So Interact is basically all about developing the youth. So even today, I was very happy that the Interact Club made a lot of donations in terms of the tree planting to look after the environment of the Sri Lanka. So young children are understanding how important the environment and trying to help in this thing there. So there are a lot of various projects that Interact basically do. And sometimes, I honestly, I must say that we are very surprised the size of projects basically they do. Sometimes we Rotarians, we try to do a big project, but they come and do double the
size.
The advantage is what happens is that most of the children's parents are in top positions, so for them to get sponsorship and doing it very, very well. So I have seen how Interact is basically growing. Today we launched the first Interact theme song for Rotary. So Interact is a very, very good movement for youth development.
I have with me the president of the Rotary of Cinnamon Gardens, Nusrat. How are you feeling today?
Excited.
Right. So can you just briefly elaborate your journey from being an Interactor to a Rotaractor to being part of the Rotary?
Yes, so technically, as you said, I've been part of all the movements where in Rotary, and now I'm being the current president of Rotary Club of Cinnamon Gardens. This has actually given me a lot of insight in terms of leadership. This is a place where we can learn together, where there is we can be very comfortable and learn in terms of all other activities apart from your studies. So Rotary is something that we can develop our own self while developing others. So this is the concept really inspired me, where I am I've been in this journey, and I'm looking forward to create more impact stories in terms of many lives.
Imagine there's to do, nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace.
Rotary is the leading service organization globally, and in Sri Lanka, it is the most dynamic humanitarian organization driven by the purpose of giving new hope to Sri Lankans who are facing tough challenges due to the macroeconomic fallout. Throughout the country, ladies and gentlemen, we have individuals reaching out, identifying how we can help others. And with that trust and faith that we have with each and every individual, it's nice to see a room full of people who are in the same platform, reaching out to help another.
When a president chooses to visit Sri Lanka, and that after all the negative publicity we received recently, we can only deem it an honor. And to begin with, I not only welcome our president wholeheartedly on behalf of all the Rotarians of Sri Lanka and Maldives.
It's time for us to recognize those Rotarians who helped to build this country, who helped to develop our country, Sri Lanka. Not only just Sri Lanka and also the Maldives. So it's my duty to recognize them and ask them, and also to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Rashna Sharma. How are you feeling today?
Very compassionate. I love the value of compassion that's going around in the room today.
And how are you enjoying the event in particular?
I love it because I see that Rotary has done a lot of contribution, financial contribution in developing Sri Lanka. So I'm feeling very overwhelmed just to see how Sri Lankans love giving back.
I have with me Dania Udukumbra. How are you feeling today?
Great, thank you very much.
So you mentioned that you've been an interactor, then part of the Rotary, and now the Rotary. How has the journey been so far?
It was life-changing, actually. It was being an interactor really changed my perspective in life, and I'm really honored to be a Rotarian. I've been a Rotarian for the past 8 years, and being a past president, so it's been an honor.
I have with me Pubudu de Souza, the district governor. How are you feeling today, and kudos on a marvelous event?
Thank you so much. Thank you for Hi TV, everyone. You know, it's so amazing to see the energy of the Rotarians. Though we are really down in these challenging times, why this event is put together is to ensure Sri Lanka will be supported by Rotarians in many aspects. You could must have seen there are more than 10 countries the Rotarians are here. US, California, and also the Australia, Dubai, Malaysia, Maldives, India. They're all here for one cause. They want to support Sri Lanka. Because, you know, in 1980s itself, Rotary has been the catalyst to eradicate malaria, eradicate polio. And then, from time to time, we have been actually helping Sri Lanka in building economies. Now, our focus is to build our economy. So, to attract everyone to come to Sri Lanka, this beautiful country. That's the message. You must have heard from my president, who was saying, Sri Lanka is beautiful, Sri Lanka is safe. Anyone should come to Sri Lanka, because at this moment, this is what Rotary could do. So this whole gathering is all about that, to talk about our country and how we can develop. Thank you.
I have with me Vicky, who is the director of Rotary. How are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling awesome. What a great evening this is.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. And you as well.
How has your stay been this time around in Sri Lanka?
This is my very first trip to Sri Lanka, and it's delightful. We're having a wonderful time. The people are so friendly, the country is beautiful, and it's really good to see that things are getting back to normal for the people of Sri Lanka.
And how has your experience been with the Rotary here?
Rotary is very enthusiastic and active here in Sri Lanka. It's really wonderful to be with the Rotary members and the Rotaract members and the Interact members, who are all very active, especially in the Million Tree stories, supporting our environment, also water projects, and helping people who need help.
So there are different people who have come and taken over divisions. Some have been members of parliament, some are government servants who are in that region, many in social service organizations, and many in the private sector. So I would like you all also to take over a few divisions and organize the growing of food, the supply chain, storing of food, and how we get the food here into the cities. On the other hand, we have other areas, divisions like in Colombo. We are just looking at the malnutrition, the people without food, and how we can feed them. So throughout the country, we are growing food, identifying the people without food, looking at malnutrition, and trying to certainly help them to get along. Communal kitchens have been started, and there are many more to be done. So if there are some of you who are willing, I must say, this is the time, and I have no doubt that you will all get together and join us in the food security campaign. We have to ensure that no one goes hungry.
Jennifer's power to communicate and to generate infectious enthusiasm is unmatched. And Jennifer will help anyone who reaches out to her. I say this because I know it personally. When I was the Rotary Governor in the year 2014, a request came from the Ministry of Health where Sri Lanka required to set up the first ever human heart valve bank, because there are over 3,500 children born every year with a congenital heart disease, and they don't even live up to see their first birthday. So I reached out to Jennifer at that time, and I said, look, we have a project like this, and we require a total funding of over $450,000.
And we have come to the close of yet another event by Hi TV. Nisri Gurusingha signing off.